Good day, my SC viewers. This is Satellite Media. Mr. Chinedu Michael. Let us look at what is happening because the Nigerian president during the war, I'm talking about Gowon, from what we are seeing, reportedly apologized to the Igbos over the civil war and the way Igbos have been marginalized since inception of this country called Nigeria.
I don't know why the Northerners they keep on raising up such issues. Just recently, making statements, they're saying one thing or the other, maybe possibly to pacify the Igbos, having understood that actually there was a gang up against the people, so to say. But the understanding we are having now, there has been an agitation from the eastern part of the country that Gowon himself should come out and make a statement concerning what led to that war. That it was not the Igbo making. The Igbos never wanted to go to war. He was the one that declared a police action, after failing to understand what transpired somewhere in Ghana, in a place called the Aburi. He signed those documents, and when he entered Nigeria, he declined on those documents and ordered a police action against Biafrans, and that was what led to Nigeria Biafran War. That very war you see was an eye opener to Black Africa. It was also an eye opener to the world, who we are seeing the black man as somebody who has nothing to offer upstairs, but they can see the ingenuity, the transformation, the innovation that was carried out then by Biafran scientists, to the amazement of Nigeria and the world, and of course to an extent the African continent, Africa, and that was the beginning of the consciousness of the black man, that the black man can actually rise. But if you look at Gowon, Gowon has been very, very enveloped, disturbed. I can tell you that recently he has been incommunicado for a very long time, and he has been biting his lips, regretting that the same people he fought for are the same people that are wiping the entire generation of the Middle Belt away, and they are called the Fulani, the Fulani, the Fulani. So those kind of apology coming from Gowon at this point in time is something the honest Igbo, the Biafrans themselves, we have to look into deeply, and find out whether it was being done in good faith. That is one, and whether it's also being done in goodwill. That is two. And based on that, now, what kind of action would be taken against Nigeria for the genocide they committed against Biafrans? Those are the things we are looking at. And once that one is done, we begin to see how we can, extend any kind of fellowship with anything that has to do with the northern part of the country anyway. You can see the kind of thing that is going on already. The Fulani has taken over the entire north. They are running down completely anything called Middle Belt, as I'm talking to you. And in any moment from now, in just no distant time, the Middle Belt will become insignificant in the history of this country. So he is also trying to, he don't know where to start from, he don't know where to begin, and that is the consequences of what they have to face, the reality that he has to face for the gang up and to the Nigerian Biafran War, which attracted the world attention in favor of Nigeria, and they were able to fight Biafrans for more than 4 years, you can imagine the whole world coming against just a tribe, a young nation, for that matter, that have nothing in terms of armory or whatever. But you see, they said necessity is the mother of invention. They went beyond their reasoning and thinking and the philosophy. They went beyond humanity. Let me just put it that way, and discovered a lot of things, with that white man's input, until today. Those things are still outstanding. No black man, no African country has ever beat the record of Biafrans during the war. So Gowon's apology will be thoroughly investigated by the Igbos and by the Biafrans, and then we look at it very well. Because I can see the middle belt, the likes of Danjuma and the rest of them sometime went to United States of America and was appealing to the United States of America to come to their rescue. You know, that their people have been wiped out of the surface of the earth as a result of military invasion or Boko Haram or name them, whatever they call them. I do not know. You know, but we're not saying that's the consequences or the law of karma, you know, taking place, because we knew what transpired during the Nigeria Biafran war and what led to that war at the end of the day.
Okay, let me bring your attention to what is coming from the Finland-based Biafra agitator Samanepa, saying when will this same international court of justice rule about the British and Nigerian exploitation of Biafra natural resources, or doesn't Biafra deserve justice? Do you see something you want to speak on?
Yes, I've always want to speak on that, because I understand that, you know, there is a kind of sabotage, economic sabotage, you know, that is being carried out against Biafrans. And also, you can look at if you have come in connection with, you know, those who we are writing are trying to unveil the mysteries of the British rule in Africa, and some other books, you know, you discover that, you know, they were not there to, you know, discover Africa, but the resources of Africa, and that has always been their target. That the British Empire we are hearing today was built by Black Africans, by the sweat of the Black Africans, you know, and they have continued to let us to steam to an extent. You know, every Biafra is steaming. As I'm talking to you, every Biafran currently now is currently steaming, you know. So, and they don't want to look at all those things and begin to, you know, look at it and begin to correct it. That Biafra restoration, nobody can stop it. Biafra will come anytime, any day. The people that are going to proclaim the Biafra are already, you know, eyeing it, you know, from the spiritual angle of it, because as the world situation is transforming, you know, it is giving birth to new development, and Biafra is going to be the latest development that's going to emanate from Africa, that will stand in connection with the Western world. Biafra is the first kingdom predicted in the Bible that is going to come, and it's already at the corner. And if you look at it very well, that is going to be called the Prince of Africa. Biafra is going to be a nation other African countries are going to model after. So I think the Western world, apart from liberalization, you know, and you know, that is coming, apart from the power of liberty, you know, are going to see those things and begin to wonder where it is coming from. It is coming from Africa, you know, because a lot of people will say that the ancient blacks are the ancient Hebrews are Igbos. The ancient black Hebrews are Igbos. So that grace God has already given them, you know, that mandate God has already given them. So they are struggling to make it significant where the whole world will see it. So what Samaneba is trying to tell us at this point in time is that, you know, I think to an extent the world should jettison hypocrisy. The world should jettison, you know, intimidation, interest based on natural resources that are exploited from Africa, and begin to look at the direction, you know, where they can at least mandate justice in so many things that were being done in the past that has kept Africa underground.
Okay, lastly, Mr. Chinedu Michael, we are talking about marginalization. This time around, it's like there's a solution at the end of the day. The national chairman of APC, senators, former governor of Kano State, Abdullahi Ganduje, said APC is going to demarginalize the Igbos. It's like Ganduje have the magic wand to solve the problem of the Igbos, as chronicled by everybody, as accepted by everybody, that the Igbos are currently being marginalized.
Igbos are a distinguished race. Ganduje is just dwindling the northern pride, making rubbishing anything that has to do with the north. You know, Ganduje is just making mockery of the northern Nigeria. You know, it reveals the amount of illiteracy that is still very, very significant in the north. And of course, this is where somebody like Gaduje belongs to. It shows that he is not cerebral. Gaduje has shown that he does not understand what it means to have a political theory, a political revelation, political understanding. Gaduje to me has put the entire North in a situation of ridicule. I'm telling you, it shows that most of the leaders they have there as northern political leaders, are extremely, incapable, as in they are being enveloped in illiteracy, and when they make statements based on religion. They don't make statements based on the philosophy of politics, and that is why Igbos are not going to, adopt their cap for somebody like that, because he doesn't even have any form of integrity. But when you see somebody, the North, I've never seen any Northerner that has had control of the social control of the entire Biafrans. Not even the Yoruba don't even have it. I've never seen any tribe in Africa, that have social control over Biafrans, that have political control over Biafrans. But the fact remains is that, because of our spreading, our Republican nature, we are everywhere, and wherever we are, we try to illuminate, we show some level of literacy, amazing presence, wherever we are. And we don't hurt anybody. Biafrans don't hurt anybody wherever they find themselves, and that's what it means to be who we are, because we believe that all human beings are equal, and judgment can only come from God. Nobody is entitled to judge anybody. So that's the understanding. But if you come in the other way around, where people are throwing secular understanding to divinity, and that's where resistance will come, and that is where we'll stand today.
Mr. Chinedu Michael, I have to let you go. I must say very big thank you for your time. This is Satellite Media. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you, Satellite Media, and wherever you're watching us, please, I want you to understand that because of our timing and some other things, we are engaged trying to uplift Africa, and of course, brotherhood to an extent. We have more analysis of this on Today Media on our YouTube channel. You can watch that channel and find out some of the developments we cannot be able to air here today that are already running. Just subscribe, share, let this message go around the world. Let the black consciousness arise, and you can only get such information on Today Media on YouTube channel. Thank you, and keep on watching. Keep a date with us always, and God bless.
Thank you very much for your time, Mr.